Sundarakandam, Chapter 58. Hanuman narrates his journey. Jambavan was very happy. His body was full of joy. Jambavan questioned Hanuman, "O Hanuman, how did you find Sita Devi? How is she? How are the vicious demons behaving towards her? After listening to you, we will decide the next plan. You decide what you want to tell us. All the secrets should not be revealed in public. What is important, you must tell Rama. Please relate the entire course of events." Hanuman was tickled with happiness. With his heart, he bowed down to Sita Mata and started recalling his eventful journey. "O Vanaras, you all saw me take off from the Mahendra mountain to cross the ocean. Through the sky, there was a mountain in my way that I thought was an obstacle. I felt like breaking it and passing by. I even hit it with my tail and cracked the mountain in 100 pieces. Then the mountain addressed me and said, 'I am your father's friend and I am like a father to you. My name is Mainaka. Please rest for a while and go.' I told him that I was going to look for Sita Mata and on my way back I would rest. I proceeded to fly and was then stopped by Surasa Nagamata. She wanted to eat me, so when her mouth opened to a size of 100 yojanas, I became the size of a tip of a thumb and entered her mouth. But I quickly came out again. This was just a test. I continued to fly when I came upon Simhika, who is Chayagrahi. She also wanted to eat me. I went into her mouth and in a second pulled her out and killed her. I continued my journey and landed in Lanka. I entered Lanka at night in search of Sita Mata. I saw the palaces, various decorations, and the beauty of the city. Then I went into the Ashoka gardens. There I saw Sita Mata. She was very sad and was about to kill herself. But somehow I presented myself to her and told her Sri Rama's story. I gave her Sri Rama's signature ring and brought back her Chudamani. I wanted to bring her back with me, but she refused. I bid her farewell and started to fight with Ravana's army. Ravana sent army after army to fight with me. Finally, I destroyed the Ashoka garden and killed the Kinnaras, Prahasta, Jambumalini, the 7 sons of the minister, the 5 commanders, and Ravana's son Aksakumara without harming Sita Mata. Finally, Ravana sent his son Indrajit and captured me using the Brahmastra. I was dragged into the royal court of Ravana. There, I told them who I was, why I was in Lanka, and my purpose is to find Sita Mata. I also told Ravana to return Sita Mata to Sri Rama and avoid a war. Ravana wanted to kill me, but Ravana's brother Vibhishna objected to kill a messenger. In keeping with Vibhishna's request, Ravana gave me a different punishment. Ravana ordered my tail to be burned. I burnt all Lanka with my tail's flame. I went and checked to confirm that Sita Mata was safe. Now I am in front of you. Sundarakandam, Chapter 59. Hanuman is still excited. Hanuman continued to explain, Sita Mata is very loyal to her husband Sri Rama. Sri Rama's wishes and Sugriva's promise are fulfilled. I am devoted to Sita Mata. Ravana is spiritually powerful too. Because of his penance and spiritual power, even though he touched Sita Mata, he was not destroyed. I have retold all that has happened so far. O Vanaras, if Jambavan and you agree, let us all go to Lanka, bring Sita Mata, then take her to Sri Rama and Lakshmana. This is a good way. I can kill all the demons and even Ravana. If you come with me, I can win them. I alone can kill Ravana, his army, and his sons. If Indrajit uses Brahmastra, I can reverse them. With your permission, I can kill Indrajit too. Even the gods can't stand my continuous shower of stones, never mind the demons. No enemy can defeat Jambavan. Angada alone can handle the entire demon army. Even Mandara mountain lacks the strength of Panasa, Neela, Uruva and their speed. They can cut all the demons into pieces. There is no one among the gods, Asuras, Yakshas, Gandharvas, Urugus, or even Sategulus who can fight with Mainda and Dvinda. They are blessed by Brahma and they drank nectar. They are the children of Ashwini Devas. No one can fight with them. Mainda and Dvinda will not die in any battle with anyone. They both can kill all horses and elephants and destroy all of the chariots of Lanka. I already became famous by burning Lanka city. I declared that Sri Rama, Lakshmana and King Sugriva would kill the demons. O Vanaras, the great Sita Mata is spending her time under the Simsupa tree in the Ashoka gardens in Ravana's Lanka. Demon ladies are guarding Sita Mata. Her face is like a moon covered with clouds. She is not at all vibrant. She does not care about Ravana even in her dreams. She constantly thinks about Sri Rama. I feel sad when I think of her. No matter how Ravana forces her, Sita Mata thinks only about Sri Rama with her heart and soul. She is like Sachi Devi who, without any other thoughts, prayed to Purandara. Sita Mata is wearing the same sari she wore on the day she was abducted. She is worried and with a dusty body is looking towards Rama's arrival. Sita Mata did not destroy Ravana because she wanted Sri Rama to come and kill him. Because Ravana imprisoned Sita Mata, he lost all his spiritual powers. Her devotion towards her husband will kill Ravana. She is already a thin, fragile lady, and being away from Sri Rama, she has become even thinner. The lady of good fortune is sad and distressed. We have to determine our plan of attack. Sundarakandam, Chapter 60, Jambavan's Advice. Angada listened to Hanuman and said, O Vanaras, if we all go, see Sita Mata and return without bringing her back, it is not appropriate. There is no one who can defeat us. No one can fly like us. Hanuman already proved that he could kill the demons. So let us go to Lanka, bring back Sita Mata and go to Sri Rama. Jambavan was happy to see Angada's enthusiasm. Jambavan thought critically and said, O Prince Angada, whatever you said sounds good, but we have to respect Sri Rama's wishes. We can only follow what he orders. The reflection here is, we should not do everything we wish to do, but act appropriately and accordingly. We should not act in haste and make drastic decisions.